In recent years, Korean culture has spread very quickly in Hong Kong. People like listening to K-pop music, using Samsung cell phone, or buying Korean cosmetic products. Korea is a country which combines Asian Oriental tradition with modern technology. History books tell us Korean culture has been heavily influenced by the Chinese. They can be seen in its language, religion, food, and lifestyle. However, does it mean that Korean culture is similar to Hong Kong culture? Today, a Korean exchange student in Hong Kong will tell us the cultural differences between two places. And she is going to tell us how does she dealing with the culture shock. Apart from the culture shock, Nini also shared her way to overcome homesick problem.
안녕하세요. My name is Ji-won Lee. And then I'm studying in the architecture department as a second grade. And then in Korea I'm third grade, but I'm studying in second grade in Zhuhai as an exchange student. And then nice to meet you. And then I'm very glad to meet you. Thank you.
Any interesting moment in Hong Kong?
Interesting moment. Of course, it is from some cultural difference. When I first visit my Hong Kong friends' house party, and then there are so many his high school student friend, and then because of that reason, in that house, his parent was there, and then there were some couple in there, and then even the parent was there, they didn't care about that, and even the parent is seeing them, they hugging, and then somehow baby kiss, something like that. So I was totally impressed. But in Hong Kong culture, they didn't think it is weird. But I was totally different, and even I felt sorry to parents. But my Hong Kong friend said, never mind, it's not a big deal in Hong Kong. So that point.
Because the Korean is respect the high status.
Yeah. Do you know when the higher stated people, it means older than me, older than people want to give some alcohol to me, then I cannot reject. Because the older people give me, that is the reason, that is the fact.
Okay. And what do you think about the Hong Kong student? What is the differences between Hong Kong student and the Korean student?
The differences is, I think, if you think about the food, hot pot and the yum cha, then maybe you can find the answer, because for that food, many people have to be gathered together, over 4 people, but in Korea it's very different because of gathering over 4 people is a little bit big deal in Korea in a university student. So that point is so different, I think.
Okay. Is any clothing difference between Hong Kong and Korea?
Clothing, I think that is why I have a hard time to choose my clothes in Hong Kong, because in my view, Hong Kong clothing is very splendid. Races, something like a flower in the dotting, but in Korean style is they like more simple, and then yeah, that is.
And the Hong Kong student will make up, or is it different?
Makeup style?
Yes.
How to say? The makeup style, I think.
Korean will make up and Hong Kong will more casual.
No, I don't think so. If you see me, am I very doing something? No, very natural. Maybe that stereotype is from drama. Alright?
Yes.
Hong Kong and Korea is similar, I think. It depends on person.
Okay. And do you think you can?
三秒字會唔會得？
3, 2, 1, action.
Yes, and we want to ask you that how to overcome your homesick problem in Hong Kong?
When I first came here, I just feel exciting because that is what I was looking for in Korea, coming Hong Kong. And then, but however, after 1 month, I feel homesick. Start to homesick because of food problem, something, and I miss my family and friends. But after that, I'm getting used to lifestyle in Hong Kong, and then I'm finding some restaurant what I like, and then making friends, so many friends, and I get close with them. And now I think I'm totally overcome because already 8 months passed. Yes.
Okay. Will you eat the Korean restaurant in Hong Kong?
You mean
Eat the Korean food in some Korean restaurant?
yeah,
Hong
sure,
Kong.
yeah. Because sometimes I totally miss my hometown food. So in Tsim Sha Tsui there are so many Korean restaurants. So I went there, and if it is not available sometime, then the welcome shop or parking shop, I went there and then buy some meat for hot pot, and then fry and then with kimchi and some, maybe, do you know the red pepper sauce?
Oh yes.
Yeah, with that, adding that. After that, I feel really happy. Oh, it's like coming back, something like that.
Okay. You can stay in Hong Kong for your whole life.
Yes, I think if I don't miss my family, because I like this kinds of lifestyle in Hong Kong because I can feel more free rather than staying in Korea, because in my point, Korea is more conservative and more closed society. That is why most Korean cannot speak English very well, because they just speak Korean in the Korean society, and then they are afraid of standing outside of the main trend. So I feel more free in Hong Kong. That is why I live in here. Yeah.
Cultural differences between Korea and Hong Kong are made broader Nini. However, after she trying to adapt to the Hong Kong's culture, she found the solution and had get used to the local culture. This attitude change can be explained by the U-curve model. The 4 stages of adjustment are honeymoon stage, culture shock, adjustment, and mastery. When Nini arrived in Hong Kong, she felt excited because of the new environment and culture. She was in honeymoon stage, in the earliest stage. After several weeks, culture shock starts when people get confused in the new culture environment and they try to cope up and adjust into situations. This stage is filled with sadness, anxious, and homesickness. The 3rd stage is known as adjustment stage. Nini starts to make friends and find restaurants she likes. She understands the culture environment and tries to adopt Hong Kong's culture and norms. The last stage is mastery stage, where Nini become master in the culture and stable in the new environment. After Nini's sharing, we could discover that Korean culture is not quite similar to Hong Kong culture. Any misunderstanding of foreign culture may cause embarrassment or conflict. Be careful. See you next time.